The reason Dr. Graf is called Dr. Peptide is really the heart of the next two items you're about to see, which is so exciting. Doc has been very involved in research. A lot of dermatologists, they do their practice, they're out there doing their thing. They're not on the forefront of research. That doesn't happen. That's why we're so proud and why Dr. Graf has been here for so many years and she's so darn successful. Not only in her very important private practice in New York, but obviously here at HSN. Look at the before and after. I love it. She doesn't use young little 20-year-olds who have those great skin already. You take some of the toughest cases and say, we're gonna try to make a difference with your designs and your products, and you are one of the leaders in peptide research.
In fact, the patients that you're looking at are exactly that. These are patients who came to me and said, there's nothing that can be done. I've tried everything. Right. And I said, you have not tried this. So what you're looking at are patients who had no hope left.
And really deep lines. Look at the before, look at the after. I think that in 2 weeks, I want to point that out because a lot of times you see 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, 6 months later, finally it looks a little better. That's literally in 2 weeks. And that's a tough issue. You've got the deep, deep lines, you've got the fine wrinkles, you've got discoloration. So you're getting a 2-pack of the eye cream. Now this really addresses, Doc, dark circles, bags, redness, obviously lines and wrinkles.
And you want to know something? There is no other peptide that addresses those problems. Those under eye circles, those dark circles, those bags under your eyes, the redness around your eyes, the dryness around your eyes. Here's the best part of all of this. Right here, you have triple action peptide because there's 3 peptides. And the other thing that I'm going to tell you is there is no other place that you can get this except here at HSN and in my office.
Oh wait, by the way, I know how much is in our office for one. That would be $75. So if you want to go to New York, see her and buy it there, you can, or get 2 from us.
Well, there's a reason it's $75. And I've got to tell you, no one has this peptide because I created it. I worked with the University of Barcelona, who has some of the best peptide chemists I know, and we created this peptide. So I have this macellinic acid. Macellinic acid is found in products that are hundreds of dollars. And it is moisturizing, it's a moisture shuttle, it gets right down into your skin. But what I did is I linked these patented peptides, my peptides. They call them the Graf peptide. I didn't, they did. And what happens is as soon as you put this on, it goes boom, down, deep into the skin. And as it's doing that, it's starting to work. Think of peptides like a jigsaw puzzle. It know exactly where they have to go, and it forms a scaffold underneath. So it's a very flexible scaffold. And what that means is that when you use this, you're going to start to notice that those dark circles that you've been battling with concealer under your eye,
layers and layers of concealer and powder,
they're going to diminish. Look at this picture over here. I'm going to show you. I want to show you this mark. Do you see in this before picture this red birthmark right over her eyelid? After 8 weeks. Amazing. Look at the difference. That should be your compass, okay? That is what this eye cream does. It tightens, it lifts, it firms. Look at the difference around her eye before, those dark circles, those bags, the tightening, and the hooding on the upper eyelid is incredible in the before picture versus after.
Now here's a lot of darkness.
That's right, this is another issue. Dark under eye circles. Look at this, this is a 40-year-old woman. She's been battling with this her entire life. After 1 month, look at that difference.
That's huge. And really, it's remarkable because you go, oh my gosh, what's out there that's gonna address all these issues in one jar? Now we've doubled it up, and by the way, this hasn't even been on the air since a year ago. A year ago, last January, was the last time that we offered a 2-pack of the eye. So it's huge. And again, this is Dr. Graf's baby. This is what she is known throughout the world for her advanced peptide research. It's a really big deal to have the actual person doing the research, who's doing the discoveries, make you products, thus that you get those kind of results. I mean, you really see a difference. And I had to laugh. So I go to open this one up, and normally ours are brand new. This is how popular this jar has been. It's half gone.
Yes.
So everybody around here has been dipping in there and using it, and you might as well. But that's really just, I thought, a testament to how popular it is, because there's not a lot of this little jar left.
But I want to make it clear, you're going to get a little cap on top of it. Make sure that cap stays on there. Otherwise, it's going to dry. It is such a rich formula. I want you to use very little. If you use too much, it's going to be, if you use too much, it's really too rich. It's so rich, you just need a small amount. With your fourth finger, you start at the center, all the way around, and then on your eyelids. That is how you will be able to achieve the results that the patients I've shown you have received. If you just do it over here, it's not going to do that much.
Okay. Also, too, I think what's fascinating, Doc, is you will find some of these ingredients that Dr. Graf has discovered and/or researched, and you'll find them in products that are literally hundreds of dollars for a jar.
That's
just
right.
a little teeny jar,
That's
and they're
right.
hundreds of dollars. If you're looking at your eyes and you know your eyes reveal everything, you say, why do you look at people and think, God, you look so tired? You're like, no, actually I have gotten rest. Or you're like, oh my gosh, I have such dark circles under my eyes. Or what's up with the bagging? Or worse yet, do you go to the mirror and go like this all the time going, oh my gosh, I'm really thinking about something a lot more dramatic? Why would you do all that when the answer is in these little jars? Try this first. If you're not thrilled within 30 days, if you're not seeing the results that you're hoping for, please send it back for a refund. But this has been part of Dr. Graf's line since the very beginning, and it's simply because it really, really is effective. And our eyes tell everything. If you're so tired, what's wrong? Oh my gosh, dark circles, you're not getting enough sleep? Oh my gosh, yeah, probably. But there's an answer. There's a solution out there, and Dr. Graf has done that. You get both for $38. It's basically half off, free shipping, 4 flex pays, and that's what I love, for about $10. Get this at home because it's free shipping, right? Get it at home and try it out. If you don't see a difference in a couple of weeks, 30 days, please send it back. We'll refund your money. The counter's in, the clock's up. We've sold 200. I've only got about 1,900 left. We saved it for the show, and it has been a full year. Why in the world did it take so long to get this back?
Because it takes, well, I travel a lot, if you haven't noticed. I was in 6 countries in 2 months.
Wow.
But I just want to show you these pictures, and let's look at them again, because first of all, this is my peptide. You cannot get it anywhere else. I know the testing that is done on peptides. So it's not only the level of the peptide, it's the delivery, it is the shape, it's the way it's configured. Look at this before picture. This woman's 90 years old. So I want you to see she's got that hooding up on top. Her eye looks bigger, 2 weeks. But I want you to look under her eye at the bags and those crow's feet after 2 weeks. So imagine 8 weeks what it's gonna look like. Imagine 10 weeks. Look at this before. Look at these lines all around her eyes. Look at the bag. I mean, it's crinkly, it's crumped. I mean, that skin is so uneven and so rough after 2 weeks. Now, just 2 weeks, what are we talking about?
Yeah.
2 weeks.
This one blows me away. The next one you're about to see. Look at the little birthmark. That says it all. That literally looks like it's traveled up her eye. And it hasn't. Look at the kind of lift, Dr. Graf, that obviously
correct.
she's getting. Now, this is in 2 months. Oh my gosh, does it matter how many weeks or months to get that kind or those type of results? I mean, obviously it varies for everybody, but Dr. Graf, that is really dramatic to get that kind of a lift.
Ladies, we did not get like this overnight. This is someone who is in her 80s, and we're not going to get it's not going to go away in 2 weeks, but we're getting improvement. I'm showing you. The longer you use these peptides, the better they perform. And I want to show you on this picture, this to me is a game changer, because how many of us have dark under eye circles, especially my women of color, who have dark circles with time. This is something that people have. This young woman has battled with it ever since she was a child.
And she's young.
1 month.
Yeah.
So imagine what it's going to look in 2,
But what
3.
happens? What are you doing now? I mean, is it tons and tons and tons and layers of concealer? Then you put makeup, then you put foundation, then you put a powder on top, and halfway through the day, you can see the dark circles again. Or, I don't know, let's diminish them. Wouldn't it be better not to have to use all that makeup and all the cover-up and all those tricks? Wouldn't you rather just have less dark circles? I mean, I'm kind of in that camp, quite frankly.
And there is no other peptide that addresses the dark under eye circles, the bags under your eyes. There is no other except this one.
Even the products that are hundreds of dollars can't have your peptide.
No, only I can have my peptide.
It's
so I know well, I've been working with peptide since 1985.
Wow.
I have one of the first patents ever. You know, I mean, I came to the NIH when peptides just began, so I developed a lot of the testing. There's no animal testing. It's all done in the laboratory, and it is done, you know, and then my patients test them.
Right.
Once we see the safety, and we see the results.
Hey, let me give you an update, Doc, if I can. Almost 500 gone. I'm now down to about 1,500 sets left. It took a year to get this 2-pack back in. And again, we're talking about dark bags, redness. If you have deep lines, fine lines, and you want to help improve the appearance of them, why not try it? And with our flex pay today, that's kind of what we do on the side at HSN. For $10, wouldn't it be try any major credit card, PayPal? It's super easy to use flex. I use it all the time. But wouldn't it be worth it just to try it out of sheer curiosity? Because if you're dealing with the dark circles and you've got the bags, the hoodiness, you see her befores are not 20-year-olds who look great already, and our afters are like, okay, these are women of age who have really some serious issues going around that tough eye area. Go to the doctor who is the queen of peptides. She is called around the world Dr. Peptide for that reason right there, for that lift, for that reduction of the lines and wrinkles, for that help around that very sensitive, tough eye area. And if you are thinking about doing something extreme, if you're thinking about going and saying, oh my, I really want to do something like this, cost a lot, takes a lot of time to recover from it, why not do this first? You know what? If you're not happy with the results, send it back, refund your money, and then go out and have all that done, right?
And guess what?
But what if you got results and didn't have to go to that extreme?
But that also wouldn't do anything for the dark circles.
You're absolutely right. It might help the lift, but it's not going to do a darn thing under the eye, is it?
No.
There you go. Well,
or
we got
under
the solution. There we go. That's right.
Because you're doing this.
That's right. Here and here. Can't do anything about that except the peptides in here. All right, so we're going to wrap up. Now almost 600 now ordered. Hey, I got to give you an update on the famous